So I thought, do you know what? I want to become a millionaire. Why not? Everyone else seems to be doing it in TikTok, so I thought, why can't I become a millionaire? It seems easy. With all these videos that I've lined up, you'll understand why it's so easy to do so. So first up, I thought we'd do is start at the beginning, as in the start of your day. What do you need to do to become a millionaire?
Get up at the same time every day, and for me that time, regardless of where I was, that gives me a sense of control over my own life. Put some things together, 3 or 4 things you can do every day to start the day to give you a sense of accomplishment for yourself. Look, just beating that sun up every morning, I did what I said I was going to do so that I can go out into the world. Maybe today when I go into this meeting, they'll believe in me as much as I believe in me, and that'll show up in a contract, maybe even some money.
So start off, I've got this billionaire. I was wrong. I'm just want to be a millionaire, so maybe I shouldn't do the routine in the video. Beating the sun up is quite a bold claim for... I'm in Scotland now, and I think the sunrise was round about... So we've obviously got sunrise and first light here. So first light was at 3:30 this morning, and actual sunrise was at 4:30 this morning. I'm not getting up at that time, but this is maybe why I'm not a millionaire. I just don't see the point in getting up at that time. I do agree with like the putting the things together, like maybe having a couple, like a list of things to do. I do this. I don't always get them done because I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite lazy. But I think it's a smart idea having a list of things to do. I've got a list of things to do today. Am I going to get them all done? Probably not. It's very rare I'll get my full list done, even if it's not that long.
Do you want to be the first millionaire in your family? Let me give you 5 tips on how I became the first millionaire in my family of Choi. Rule number 1, stop sharing your big dreams to people who can't dream bigger than you. Would you take a dieting advice from someone who's obese? Probably not. Then why are you taking financial advice from family, friends, and parents who are not millionaire? Rule number 3, give up to go up in life. In the first 5 years of building my Airbnb business from scratch, I gave up drinking, partying, Netflix, hanging out with negative friends and toxic people, and most importantly, thinking small. Ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to go up in life? Rule number 5. This is probably the most important one. You have to stop thinking small. The size of your success equates to how big you can dream.
So I'm obviously not going to give you all the tips there. I'm not going to let you see all of them because I can't have you stealing the tips. That's unfair. How am I going to become a millionaire? Like, these millionaires are sharing it on TikTok for me and me alone to see, so yous are not getting all the tips. One thing I'm very curious about is, like, why do all these, like, millionaire billionaires, which I've never seen evidence of, the only one I've actually seen evidence of was that first one, and he's a mental case, to be honest. I don't like him at all. This guy is like, oh, like, stop hanging around, stop getting Netflix, stop doing that. Why can't you just enjoy some things in life? Like, I understand, like, the grind mindset people are doing nowadays, but why can't you enjoy yourself? I feel like it's really weird that the fact that they're like, oh, well, I can't hang out with my friends, I can't do this, I can't do that. I understand every now and again having to be like, oh, sorry, to your friends, being like, oh, sorry, I can't come out tonight because of this, this, and this. Like, it happens just generally in life. Like, it's not just, like, to make money. But the fact that they're like, he's like, stop hanging around with friends, stop watching Netflix. Like, he was saying a lot as well. It was like, he didn't know. It doesn't sound like he's a millionaire. It just sounds like he was like, I know how to make this money here. But then also, I'm saying a bit like, stop dreaming small. I don't think many people do dream small, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like loads of folk do dream like for like higher things. I think maybe he's just been told not to dream high. I don't know like what that's about, but I just think it's weird. Like, obviously everyone has their dreams, so I don't know why he's like, oh, dream bigger, because dreams are dreams. You're always going to dream big.
Every time I talk about the income that I make, I try to keep it separate from what I make as an Airbnb host and then what I make as an entrepreneur, because they are separate. So from Airbnb, we are 6-figure Airbnb hosts. I would say at this point, we've brought in total since we began probably over $450,000 from Airbnb. And last year, we finished off the year a little over $380,000 for the year. And then since starting Airbnb and seeing success, we started a coaching program, which I did talk about in the video. And so that's where the difference comes in between the millions and then the 6 figures. So as coaches and short-term rental coaches, we brought in millions from that source of income.
They're always coaches. I don't think there's any of them that like are millionaires that don't have a course of some sort that I'm presuming in fact is a thing that either made them millionaires or made them lots of money. I generally don't believe a lot of these people are millionaires, because a million is a lot of money. Like, I know obviously like when you look at like houses for stuff like that and inflation, like it's so slowly is becoming more doable getting that amount of money, but it's not as worth as much as it used to be. So I think it's very interesting that these people are like, oh, I'm a millionaire. But come by my course to see how I was a millionaire. I'll give you some tidbits now, but that's it. Also, that's two of the people doing Airbnb, which I know obviously would be like a really good thing. But I didn't think it'd be that much money, so I don't know if they're maybe like overcharging as well and been like, oh well, it's only a couple of grand for a couple of days. People will pay it, even though like the property's maybe only worth like 200 a night or something like that. I'm going off UK prices here. I don't know what Airbnb is in America, and even 200's a bit cheap to be fair. But the thing is, like, these people are like, oh well, money. Like, why do we care so much about money? Like, why can't you be happy? Obviously, money. You see these rich people say money doesn't solve everything, but it would solve a lot of problems for a lot of people. But I don't like these specific type of people being like, oh well, buy my course to become a millionaire, because if you bought every course, you'd be £1 million of debt.
I became a millionaire by age 26 and became financially free by age 30. These are 3 best tips that I can give you as a self-made multi-millionaire. Number 1, you have to live below your means and stop buying dumb shit. If you're not making over $500,000 a year, you shouldn't be driving a German car. Instead, you should be driving a Toyota or a Hyundai. Also, you shouldn't be wearing LVs, Gucci's, or Dior's. Instead, you should be wearing an H&M or Zara.
I don't know if this guy, it possibly means he's a bit out of touch, but Zara's quite expensive. H&M's not too bad. Like, it is expensive, but it's not too bad. But Zara is quite expensive. Turn around and being like, you shouldn't be wearing this, this, and this. But I suppose, I'm against Dior and like Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. It's not that expensive, but I don't just go and willy-nilly buy stuff from Zara. I'll go in and look and go, that's nice, and then maybe be like, okay, can I buy it? And then I think about it for a while. Like, £50 for something is a lot of money for me, at least. Like, I don't know about people watching, but like, £50, like, I do kind of need to think about if I'm spending it or not, and I just feel like 50 quid's a lot of money to spend on like something like a t-shirt or that. But also, like, I buy like t-shirts and designer stuff and that. I don't understand the full thing with designer, because I know that a lot of the time it's just like t-shirts that are basically the same quality as like a t-shirt maybe at 30 quid instead of like the 150, or I think it's Givenchy has a t-shirt for 500, and I think there's probably a lot more than that. And at the time, I think when I was 16, I really wanted a Givenchy t-shirt, and all it said was like Givenchy, and it had like embroidering underneath it, and I think it was like 500 quid, and I genuinely thought about buying it. And then I think my mum was like, why do you want that t-shirt? What's the difference between like a normal black t-shirt at 20-30 quid to this Givenchy one? And the full point was just the brand and wanting the brand, so I didn't buy it, because even now, like, if I bought that top then, I wouldn't have that top now, because there's no way that's high enough quality from me being 16 to 22. Also, I've gotten significantly bigger as well, like, not height-wise, just larger as a person, and it wouldn't have fit me anymore. And that'd just been a waste of money, and I can't imagine many people would want to buy that second hand. But I could be wrong.
Become a contrarian. Stop following the crowd. A person who walks alone are usually the ones that go furthest in life.
He's obsessed with saying this, like, stop following the crowd. In the previous video, he said it as well. I've no clue if I left it in or not. I understand not following the crowd, but he's specifically he's giving you tips to become a millionaire. So he's either, like, being stupid, but going, like, don't follow the crowd, but listen to what I'm saying. Because in theory, one second, like, how many views has this got? I have no clue, but it's got 7,672 comments. So it's probably got over like 200k views, possibly even more. And then he's telling us to not follow the crowd. Well, essentially he is following the crowd by making TikToks, going on social media, telling us not to follow the crowd by following him. Very strange man. Very strange man.
Look, at the end of the day, if you really want to be prepared for the next crypto bull run, you need to, first of all, loan, max it out. Then you need to go open a zero interest credit card for 24 months, max that out, buy as much crypto as you can, put it all into Shiba Inu, and wait 2 years.
I thought we'd end on a crypto bro one, and he just gave you the worst advice you possibly could. You should not max out a credit card. You should not take loans out for a gamble. I actually think there's specific things in loans to say you can't take it out for gambling, and crypto is gambling. This guy's just silly. Essentially, he's doing the full thing with talking to the nothing again, and I think he's probably trying to sell his cryptocurrency, because I don't know how crypto works. I've just never heard of Shiba before. It could be a big one, but Do not max out credit cards just because some random person on the internet told you. It's silly. He says wait 2 years, your interest will accrue like that after the 24 months. You're also paying a loan back monthly, so you'd need to have the money to cover that as well. So whilst editing this, I realised that I said interest wrong, so I definitely said interest, so ignore what I said normally. And also said about the thing about like he's looking at a wall. I cut out in a previous clip, it was just like these guys make fake podcasts where it's just themselves and just talk so that people listen to them, which I know is ironic when I'm doing a YouTube video because that's what I'm doing as well, but at least I can admit I'm talking to a camera. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I thought I'd do a bit of a crypto bro one. Thank you for all the support from the last video. It's done really well and I really enjoyed making it. I've enjoyed talking to you all in the comments. So if there's anything you'd like me to do a video on, just leave it in the comments below and I will get back to you. Like, comment and subscribe.